I got a smile on my face, I got four walls around me. I got the sun in the sky, all the water surrounds me. Oh, hey, oh, yeah, I win now, but sometimes I lose. I've been battered, but I never bruise. It's not so bad. And I say, way, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. It's alright. Janie sings on the corner what keeps her from dying. Let them say what they want, she won't stop trying. She might stumble if they push her around. She might fall, but she'll never lie down. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, 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 it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. It's alright. In this beautiful life, there's always some sorrow, and it's a double-edged knife, but there's always tomorrow. It's up to you now if you sink or swim. Just keep the faith and your ship will come in. It's not so bad. And I say, hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. Hey, hey, it's just an ordinary day, and it's all your state of mind. At the end of the day, you just gotta say it's alright. It's alright. It's alright, it's alright. I got a smile on my face, I got four walls around me.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. My name is Tanis. If you're with us for the first time, hello. Watching online, hello, everybody. Hello. If you are new to us, you were given an announcement sheet, lyric sheet when you came in. A couple of housekeeping notes. One thing that's not on our announcements is the Leslieville Gallery Crawl is occurring next Sunday. And Jane Roos, who is our artist that we feature many of her delightful things, she will be our artist in residence next Sunday. So it goes from, I believe it's noon to 5. So after service, if you want to hang around, check out the other gallery spaces in Leslieville. That would be awesome. Want to point your attention to the Life Transformation Toolkit. That's a class starting next Sunday with Helen Vallot. That will be after service, also available online. So if you're interested, register online or register in the bookstore. And there's a board meeting this afternoon. If you are a member of the center and would like to attend the meeting, you are more than welcome to do so. And last but not least, our love painting over here, which we are taking donations to keep. We only need $185 and it's ours. So feel free to visit the bookstore after service and let's do it. Put a directed donation, and that is permanent here. Money goes to Jane Roos, the artist. Percentage goes to the Canadian Athletes Fund, and a percentage stays right here with us. Win, win, win. All right, let's get this last Sunday of the summer of 2015 going, and put your hands together for Reverend Jonathan Zenz.
Good morning. It really is the last Sunday of the summer. Can you believe it? Good morning, everyone. How is everyone this morning? Fantastic. Are you ready to feel good? Yeah. Do you know that it is up to you to decide to feel good whenever you don't feel good?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah. Or are you allowing life to simply run right over you? Any of you doing that? Sometimes. See, I think I hear it more than you know. Anyway, we are here to feel good, so let's celebrate right here and right now today. Let's kick it off with this song.
Feel free to stand on up.
Feel free to stand. Let your body move. If that calls to you, allow yourself to simply resonate with the lyrics of this song.
I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. All right. So this song works where you can sing both parts at the same time. It has a lovely effect. So you get to choose which part you want to sing right now. Here we go. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening. I am opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. All right.
I love starting the day like that. It's a good feeling, you know. We come here as a spiritual community. A community. That's actually a word I really want to get in touch with today. We are here as a spiritual community. That means we are here to commune with one another in whatever way that works for us. And it's not necessarily about just making sure that you talk to everybody. It's about understanding that we are here with a singular purpose. And today is a very special day. It is World Peace Day. I want to acknowledge that. And I want to call upon each and every one of us to remember that it is up to us to create peace in our minds first and foremost, and that peace then translates to the rest of the world. We are powerful. We are a powerful people right in this room, right here and right now, and then what we set our intention on, what we set our minds upon, is what we create in the world. So let's decide right here and right now to create an easy, peaceful feeling. It's funny where my mind goes. A peaceful, easy feeling. Whichever way those work out. It's up to each and every one of us. So I want to say welcome to everyone who is here with us. I want to say welcome to everyone who's online, especially if you're joining us for the first time. I'm grateful that you have decided to be here and bring your consciousness into this experience, because it is in consciousness that we actually do have this communion. So thank you very much for that. We have a beautiful group of people who provide beautiful inspiration every week, and we've got, actually just this week I started teaching a new crew of 6 brilliant minds who are looking to become licensed spiritual practitioners within our center. We have, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about our practitioner of the day today, who is a friend of mine. He was a friend of mine before I came here, and he was one of the first people that I actually knew in Toronto. And it was a moment on a beach in Southern California in 2011 that he said to me, "Toronto needs you." And there was something in the universal mind that day that heard that, and it made it possible for me to be here. So I'm grateful for his consciousness and for the consciousness that he brings to this entire community and for the work that he does in the world. So here to offer his beautiful words of wisdom, please welcome Fred Ouimet.
Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How's everybody feeling? Awesome. I found it interesting that I was going to be here on the last Sunday of summer because earlier in the summer I said I squeezed the last bit of the summer. So if you ask me on the last day, how's your summer? I'm going to say it's great. And now we're moving into fall. And I really did squeeze it. I just came from vacation. I haven't even been home yet. Just came to the center. And so my talk is on an iPad, and I'm going to trust technology works. Everything is good. And I'll be able to read it. So welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. I'm a licensed practitioner, as Jonathan said, and I'm grateful to do so, and it shows up every day that I get a chance to use it. One of the things that I couldn't get out of my mind this week is a story that some of you may have heard before. Most of you probably have, but for those of you who haven't, it's just been on my mind a lot. It's the story about the lady that goes to the airport, and she buys herself some cookies. And she sits down, I see some heads nodding. She sits down and she sits down beside a gentleman, and he reaches into the bag and he takes out a cookie and he starts to eat the cookie. And she looks at him and thinks, well, that's kind of strange. He's eating a cookie. He hasn't even asked for a cookie. But so she reaches in and grabs one, and he smiles at her and reaches in and gets a second cookie. And she's thinking that's rather annoying. And she reaches in and she grabs another cookie and she's eating it, and he smiles at her. And then a third time, he smiles at her nicely and reaches in, and she thinks, I'm getting the last cookie. And she reaches in and grabs her cookie. But 5 minutes later, she gets on the airplane, and she's rather annoyed, and she's angry, and she's upset that he would do this to her. And she opens her purse, and her cookies are in her purse. So she was upset at this gentleman over something that she perceived. She had the perception that he was taking from her, but it was really the other way around, and he was smiling politely, thinking, poor woman must need cookies. I've been there. So anyway, how many times have you ever had something in your life happen that left you, that you had to overcome a situation or something, and then you realized later that you were just misreading the situation? I was on vacation last week, as I said, and one of the things I did is I visited my former stepmother. And she created a rather challenging childhood for me. And I'd put all those circumstances away for years. I gave her back in the 1980s. And I mean, it was rather horrific, some of the things that she went through. And there was always a little piece of the story missing that I didn't know. But I'd forgiven her years ago regardless, because that's me moving on. The little piece that she told me, though, made me think, thank goodness I forgave her and didn't hold on to anger or hate for 40 years, because I could have. It was enough to just know that I could just let it go, and then in gratitude just say, there was something missing I didn't know. She wasn't the wicked stepmother. And that was very freeing for me. If there's anything in your life that you're carrying, it's easy to forgive when we know all the circumstances, not so easy to give when we don't. But you have to trust that the world is conspiring to your greatest good, because I learned that it could have been a lot worse for me. So if there's something that you're carrying that's heavy, let it go. Trust that the world is conspiring to your greatest good, enough to forgive everything. Who knows, you may discover that you were taking a cookie from somebody else's bag. I have an affirmation today. The world is conspiring to my highest good. I invite you to repeat that with me. The world is conspiring to my highest good. And one more time. The world is conspiring to my highest good. Namaste.
Thank you. Thank you. It never fails. Ooh, hello. It never fails. I am always inspired by our practitioners, and of course you have now prompted me to speak about something today that I wasn't expecting. I'm grateful for that. I want us to relax in this moment and allow ourselves to resonate with what it is that we have heard today. The beautiful words that Fred has shared with us. Within them is truth. Within them is that perfect kernel of an idea, that seed that now roots itself and grows. It's happening by means of each and every one of us right in this moment. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my light. I send my light over the mountains. I send my light over the sea. I send my light into the heavens, and it returns to me. Right now in this space of givingness that we are each of us sharing, I'll invite each and every one of us to be receptive as well to these beautiful words of affirmative prayer that Fred is sharing with us.
I trust and know that there is one thing going on, and that is divine. That is love, light, God, openness, and harmony. And I know that each and every one of us are connected to this divine source, this individualized expression of the greatness of this whole, and that each and every one of us, as we think, so too do we create in our lives. But not only our lives, the lives of every single individual around us. That our energy goes over the mountain. That our energy, when we come together as a community, is so strong that the world wakes, the world shifts. Each and every one of us as individualized expression of the whole is divine, is light and love. I feel this energy in each and every person. I see the light in each and every individual. And I know that that is what we are here to do, always, right here, right now. I'm grateful for these teachings, for this light, for this community and this love that each and every one of us carries and shares and spreads to the world. And as these words are powerful, I release these words to the law of mind, knowing that it is done. It is whole, perfect, and complete. And together we say, and so it is.
As we continue, let's honor World Peace Day and send our peace.
send my peace over the mountains. I send my peace over the sea. I send my peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me.
Thank you, Fred.
Thank you.
I want to remind everyone that practitioners are here for you. They're here to work for you on your behalf, because that's what they have trained themselves to do by stepping into this consciousness deeply. They have taken it upon themselves to be consciously aware for all people. And so I'm going to invite all the licensed practitioners who are present in the room to stand for a moment and be recognized. And if you would like a 1-minute miracle following the service, you are welcome to speak to any one of these people. And they're happy to help you out. Thank you all so much. Music is such a wonderful thing. And there's a song that I love to sing, and we don't sing it nearly enough. I mean, I could sing this song every week and I would be happy.
Be careful what you...
Uh-oh. All of a sudden I'm going to see, what song shall we do this week? Let's do. Okay. I want to put that. The song needs no introduction, so I'm just going to step over here because Pierre and I are singing it as a duet. Yay! Yeah, I think we're ready. You'll recognize it.
When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. I'm on your side when times get rough and friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down. When you're down and out, when you're on the street, when evening falls so hard, I will comfort you. I'll take your part. Oh, when darkness comes and pain is all around, like Sail on, silver girl, sail on by. Your time has come to shine. All your dreams are on their way. See how they shine. Sailing right behind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind, like a bridge over troubled water. I will ease your mind. There are so many songs to sing. And not enough Sundays. Yeah. That's a weeper. You know, it's funny. I think we first did that on a Wednesday night when we were doing Wednesday night services, and I remember I sang it, and Fran. It was because the Wednesdays were so kind of small and intimate, and I would always do the whole thing just sitting, and boy, I was a mess. I'm kind of holding it in right now. I also want to acknowledge the beautiful work of Pierre Gautreau. One of the things that I really love, and it's such a joy, is to watch people grow in their passion. And it's something that I've watched this man do over the course of my time here. Grow in his passion for music. And you know, and I push him. I'm like, you can hit that note, you can sing higher, you can, you know. And what you bring is expansive and is such a gift to this community. So thank you. Thank you. It's so funny, I really was not planning on talking about the song, but I have to talk about the song. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. And this is what got me today. I'm on your side. I'm on your side. I am on your side. How many times do we feel like we go out into the world and we feel like the world is against us in some way? It can be challenging sometimes to find those people who are willing to stand up and say, no matter what, I am on your side. No matter what you're going through, I am here for you. I am on your side. And it really struck me today as I was, as I talked about the practitioners, what they are here and what they've committed their lives to is to be on your side. It is not the job, now I want to be very clear. It is not the job of a practitioner to take on whatever it is you're experiencing. And that's not at all what this song talks about. What this song talks about is being that guide, being the bridge to allow you to go to the other side of whatever it is you're experiencing. To be that thing, that rock, that foundation. And it can be an interesting journey. And practitioners and ministers, we get it all the time.
We get fought with all the time for people struggling to hold on to their limitations. And it's an interesting idea that happens because we want so much to maintain a status quo that we are willing to hold on to the things that limit us. Think about that. What are you holding on to right now that feels natural and feels right, and yet it may not be serving you? And the only reason that you're holding on to it is because in this moment it feels right, but in the very fact that it doesn't serve you means that you're holding on to it out of a sense of limitation, and you want to keep yourself small. We don't do it on purpose. We don't do it on purpose. But boy, do we fight to hold on to those things when we're trying to get the assistance that is required to move past those things. It happens all the time in practitioner sessions, and like a bridge over troubled water, we are there. Practitioners and ministers, we are there to ease your mind. And at the end of the day, isn't that what we're all really looking for? That place of ease and peace and joy in our own minds. And as we embody these ideas more and more and more, this is how we show up in the world. And you know what? It becomes an exponential kind of experience of life. As we live love, we express love more and more and more, and we receive love more and more and more. As we live peace, we express peace more and more and more, and we bring peace into our experience more and more and more. It's the power of a universal mind that is part of what each and every one of us is. We are part of that universal creative spirit that is saying yes to everything, yes to everything, everything, even those limitations you're trying so desperately to hold on to. It's saying yes. If that's what you want, yes, I'll give it to you. You want to experience life from a point of view of lack and limitation? Yes, it's yours. You want to experience life from a point of view of expansion and abundance? Yes, it is yours. What it all comes down to is the choice that we make in any given situation. And when we recognize the limiting beliefs that are at a core space within each and every one of us, those things that we're holding on to, and a lot of times it's subconscious. I get it. It's subconscious. I'm still addressing things that pop up into my conscious awareness from my subconscious that I have to look at and go, oh my gosh, I have been at this for so long and I'm still dealing with stuff. It happens. But you know what? When it shows up, we have tools to address it. And so what is up to each and every one of us is to use those tools. It's up to us. And if we need assistance, we can go to a practitioner. And you can go to a friend. You can go to anyone who is willing to hold you up to the highest ideals that you aspire to express as. It doesn't have to be a practitioner. Let's face it, you're all in this room. On some level, you must be practicing this. And as you practice this, as you experience life to this degree more and more and more and more, you then allow yourself to go to that place of assisting others through their time of need. It is the nature of the divine to give. That's why it's always saying yes. You want it? Here, have it. It is the nature of the divine to give. Today, the thing that really struck me as we continue this month of talking about forgiveness is we've talked about forgiving, the act of forgiving on the personal level, about I forgive you. I forgive. But there's the other side of the coin that sometimes we forget about. And today I want to ask you, do you have a willingness to accept forgiveness? Do you have a willingness to accept forgiveness? If someone comes up to you and says, I forgive you, can you accept it? And not even can you accept it, but to what degree can you accept it? Because we may be, Fred, come on up.
It's not rehearsed.
It's no, I never rehearse these things. So Fred, you're going to be, I'm going to be someone that you are forgiving because I've done something to you.
Okay.
And we have options here, so.
You know,
Fred,
Jonathan, I thought long and hard about this, and it's a pretty terrible thing that you did,
yeah,
but I forgive you. I forgive you.
okay. Now, not very receptive to the forgiveness, right? How do you think that that's going to act in my life? Because now it has nothing to do with him. What happens to me? What happens to me now? If I'm not willing to accept the forgiveness, I will continue to express in some way that is indicative of trespasses against people in my life, or really against myself, because that's what it really boils down to. Because the law is exacting. It always is giving. So if I'm not willing to accept forgiveness, to receive forgiveness, I will keep creating the circumstances which will require people to come up and say,
No, I really forgive you.
okay.
Do you forgive yourself?
Oh, see, he's a practitioner. Right?
I just did this week with my stepmother. I said, don't hold it any longer.
Yeah.
Forgive yourself.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Part of the reason that I think we tend to shy away from being receptive to forgiveness is because we don't actually hear the words of forgiveness. We don't think. Because they may just go, whoosh. I hear, I forgive. But I think we also live in a culture where forgiveness is so rare that when we hear the words, I forgive, we don't really believe it. We don't really believe it because our assumption is, well, you must be harboring something. You must be holding on to something. Can we allow ourselves to say, I hear you, I understand you, and at the heart level, I am grateful for your forgiveness, and I am willing to step into something new. Something new. Because what has happened is no longer. It doesn't exist. In fact, at the core of the spiritual truth, it never existed to begin with. That's really what radical forgiveness is about, and I point to Judy because you talked about radical forgiveness a few weeks ago. What happened never existed in the first place. That's a pretty big concept to really get through our heads, right? All right, so that's okay. That's okay. To the degree that you can let it go and no longer allow it to be a part of your experience, because it is not serving you. It does not serve us. It doesn't. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. It is the nature of the divine to give. So are you open? No one can feel one with the divine who has fear, resentment, or anger in their heart. No one can feel one with the divine who has fear, anger, or resentment in their heart. Now again, I'm also of the mind that there are varying shades of gray, because this is a journey that we're on, and as we move through this journey and we release more and more fear, resentment, and anger, we do feel more unified with the one, because the one is only love. That's it. Love, that creative energy that is always flowing forth, and is flowing forth by means of us. But if we're holding on to any of these things that don't serve us, again, we're just recreating the cause in our own mind that shows up as effect in our lives. Those circumstances which prove to us the fear, anger, and resentment are justified will keep showing up until we decide to be done with them. So is there room for more? Is there room for more love? I think there's always room for more love. You know why? Because I perceive myself as a finite experience of an infinite beingness. So there's always room to grow, because I cannot, in my own finite way, grow into the infinity. And I would never, well, you know what? I'm on my way, as we all should be. We should all be on this road to expressing infinitely from the point of view of love. Life, this is a quote, it's funny because I haven't done an Ernest Holmes quote in a very long time. And today I decided I was going to wake up, and I read a lot of Ernest Holmes, and he wrote this: life intends and wants to give us every good thing. But when the circuit is stopped at any point, it is slowed at every point. Life intends and wants to give us every good thing, but when the circuit is stopped at any point, it is slowed at every point. So Fred, come on back up here. So, what is it you have to say to me?
Jonathan, I forgive you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
See the difference? You feel the energetic shift that just occurred?
Mm-hmm.
Just in the very, and here's the thing. I'm not even sure that it went deep enough. You ready to try it again? I'm a good actor. Did it for 20 years.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay, yes,
never,
I am.
Never,
Yes, I
never
am.
sell yourself short.
Jazz hands.
So Fred, what is it that you have to say?
Jonathan, from the bottom of my heart, I've thought long and hard about this. I forgive you completely.
Thank you. Thank you. There's always room for more. It's an interesting thing that we are vessels of life that can never be too full. Allow yourself to feel the depth of love that is present everywhere when you open up to it. It's a shift. Do you feel the shift that has occurred in this room? It's interesting that you brought up your mom, because it really made me think. We actually have an interesting kind of similar background, which I'm not really going to get into. But one of the things, one of the things you may that some of you will know about me, and many of you will not know about me, especially if you were with me through my journey last year, as I was experiencing the transition. My mom going through pancreatic cancer and making her transition last year. What you may not realize is that was actually my adopted mother. My birth mother is actually still alive. And the reason that you kind of struck me today with what you said is because I actually had to step back and look at my experience with my birth mother, which has never been one that has been particularly close. She and my father were divorced when I was an infant. I grew up with my father raising me as a single parent up until I was 10, which is the point at which my adopted mother came into my life, when I was 10. So for those first 10 years, my father was raising me as a single parent. My mother had moved across the country, and it's interesting, she would send letters, but we didn't have any kind of relationship. We just didn't. And as I grew up, I thought, oh, okay, well, that's just the way life is, right? Like, I didn't know anything different. It's funny because people used to ask me, oh, you don't have a mother? Oh, what's that like? I'm like, I don't know. It's just the way life is. It's the way I've always been, so. But there was always some kind of connection that she and I had that I think I have not had a willingness to explore. And so today is the day that I have to call upon myself to go to that place of now recognizing the life I've created separate from her and make a determination whether or not I want to now explore a more personal relationship with her or not. And I am at choice. And to the degree that I think I have forgiven her for leaving me as an infant, that's something I need to look at. Because at 42 years old, I think that I may still be harboring some places where I have not forgiven her. And so I go through this journey right here in front of you because of what you said. There's always room There's always room for something more to be known. And I have a willingness now to say, okay, I understand, I see it, I recognize it. There is room for more. And I get to make a choice about whether or not I want to have a different kind of relationship than I have with her. Right now, we're friends on Facebook. And that's about it. So it's something I have to look at. I will probably, as I go through this experience, I'll probably report back to you. It all comes down to belief. Everything comes down to belief, right? It's the core of what we teach. It's the core of what we teach. To what degree do you have the belief that you are a forgiving expression of a divine creative energy? What you believe is true for you. And it is not up to any one of us to make anyone else believe what we believe. It is not my job as a minister to make you believe anything. My job is to stand here as a representative of the truth that I understand and call upon each and every one of us to get in touch with the truth that we understand for ourselves. Because that belief is what is showing up as the expression of your life. I am never here to tell you what to believe. I'm just saying, let's figure out what you do believe. Not let us. You should figure out what you do believe, because that is what is showing up as your life. What we do, and we get this question a lot, and it's funny, we have a board meeting today, and this has come up at board meetings about whether or not this particular experience is a religion. I've talked about this before, and I want to really honor what Ernest Holmes said about this philosophy. It was Ernest Holmes' idea that this philosophy should complement all religion. Because there is nothing that we say, there's nothing that we preach, there's nothing that we stand for that cannot be applied within any religious ideology. At the end of the day, it is done unto you as you believe. It is done unto you as you believe. So, if you believe in a particular religious ideology, that's great. That's wonderful. Because all paths to the divine enlightened being that we can call God, the beingness, all paths are correct. All of them. Now, you may have disagreement with me on that, because you may be on a particular path, and you say, well, that path over there, that doesn't resonate. So that is not the right path. But here's what I want to open us up to today. Allow yourself to understand that that path for that individualized expression of the divine works for that person. And that is good. That is okay. Because all that matters at the end of the day is what works for me. Because it is up to me to set my life in motion the way I choose to. We are here, beautiful, divine expressions of beingness, on purpose and with purpose. It is our purpose to live the most expansive and creative expression of life that we can, because there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect, and that life is the life of each and every one of us right here and right now. So what I leave you with today is to truly walk away from this place today and call into question what it is you do believe. Call it into question. Because there is nothing more perfect for me in expression than thinking critically about your beliefs. I've spent now the better part of a decade looking at what I believe and questioning it every single day. There is not a day that I do not pick up a reading from the Science of Mind book and say, do I really believe this? Not a day goes by that I don't say, I'm not sure. Let me think about this. What do I truly believe about what is presented before me? You know what that does for me? it creates a really exciting and entertaining life. And isn't that what we're really looking for? We're looking for life to feel good. And that's one way that I feel good, is to question things, to question authority, I do question authority. Anyone who's in a board meeting will tell you, I question authority all the time. It is up to each and every one of us to live the lives we want to live, and there's no one out there who's going to do it for us. So that's today, the message of the day. A lot of messages today, actually. But today, we can all step into being the bridge. We can do it through forgiveness. We can do it through questioning our belief. We can do it through living lives of love more and more expansively in every moment. That's the truth. Namaste. We started a class this week called Prosperity Plus. And, hello. And what we are doing is we are drawing into the members of this class who have made a commitment to themselves to experience prosperity at a more profound level in their own lives. And as we do so, we get to give and receive, and we open ourselves up to the flow. I'm going to invite you to take out whatever it is you're offering the center today in terms of a financial contribution. If you are in the Prosperity Plus class, because we are taking those collections on Thursday, you can grab a step-up card and utilize that for your giving this today as a representation of what it is you give. As we give, so we receive. There is a perfect flow of life right here through this center. It is expressed as us. It is expressed as money. It is expressed in all things. And so honor that today as the baskets go around. Truly honor it today. What we do with these funds expands what we have to teach here at this center, and I trust and know that the Board of Trustees makes brilliant, perfect decisions for the use of this money, and it goes out to do great things in this world. I also want to invite anyone who's online to join us in this experience of giving this as well. Let's sing this song as the baskets go around.
I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
Indeed. Fred, if you would please do us the honor of blessing this abundance.
Just take a breath and think about this money, this currency. For money is love in action. It's currency that flows in and out. It is giving from the soul, the heart. And I trust to know that this currency of love and support is used to the highest good. The highest good for the center, the highest good for each and every person in this center, online, and that currency flows from this center into the world in a way that affects good. It affects good and it affects God and love. I'm grateful for these givings, grateful as a board member to see the work that we do with this currency. And as I release this to the world, I know that it is done. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Fred. So, we're doing something a little different today. We're going off program. One of the things that is happening today as part of World Peace Day is there is going to be a prayer wave. And we're going to participate in that. Yes, at 12 noon in each time zone, which is about 3 minutes away, there are going to be people all over this time zone who are all going to be praying for world peace. And this is happening in every time zone, so it's being a wave all around the entire world. So what I'm going to invite each and every one of us to do is to relax in this moment. At the end of the day, remember who you are. Each and every one of us is a perfect expression of peace and harmony in and of ourselves. And as we expand upon this in our own mind, we experience this in our lives, and we translate it to the whole world. That's the truth. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and switch to this mic. I'm going to invite us all to, in our own minds and in our own way, take some time as we reach the top of this hour to sit in silence and pray ourselves in our own particular way to embody the peace that we wish to see in this world. Let's take a breath. Allow yourself to feel the connection that we share, not just in this room, but all over the world. We are, each and every one of us, a perfect point of peace. Right here, right now.
Imagine we're in heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. This is the power we have as a community. Thank you for that. I want to, everything is falling off my lectern. I want to offer my gratitude to each and every one of you for being present here today. Wow, everything really is falling off my lectern.
Let it go.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to let it go.
It's funny you say that.
You really, yeah. Nice segue.
Very good segue. I want to offer my gratitude to every one of you for being present here today, for bringing your consciousness into this experience and allowing us to have this time of community and communion together. As we go into our final moments today, I'm going to invite you all to take a breath. And in honor of what it is that has been experienced and said here today, I'm going to invite us all to simply step into that place of letting go. Of the things that no longer serve me, as I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me, as I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of
this moment, I am letting go. I am letting go of anything that does not serve me, that does not serve my experience of life or this community. And I know that this is the truth for each and every one of us as we step into that deeper understanding, each and every one of us, of our connection with and as this divine creative energy that is unstoppable. It is a force that is omniscient, omnipresent, and omnipotent. And we are that, each and every one of us. And so we utilize this for good. In everything we think, everything we say, everything we do, we live lives in kindness. That's what I call upon today, right in this moment. I'm grateful for everyone who has made this experience today the experience that it is, beginning with each and every person present here in this room, watching us online. I am grateful for you. I am grateful. I'm grateful to Linda and Margaret Ann, who've served as our board members on duty today, Lori for setting up and ensuring that our needs were met from a hospitality standpoint, and trusting and knowing that everyone was met with beautiful, beautiful smiles today. I'm grateful for our greeters, Lena and Judy. Grateful for their expression today. I'm grateful for Lori and Carol for stepping into service and ensuring that this place is left the way it was received as they clean up after service today. I'm grateful for Nick in the bookstore, Dane on sound, Jim on our webcast. I'm grateful for Carmen, who led our beautiful meditation today. I'm grateful to Fred, my friend, for his brilliance and wisdom and insight that he has shared with each and every one of us today. And I'm grateful to the entire Queen Street Band for their musical inspiration. And so from this place of gratitude, I simply release, I let go, I allow life to unfold perfectly and easily and effortlessly as it will. Knowing this to be so, I let it be so, as together we say, and so it is. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. I am letting go of the things that no longer serve me. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. As I'm letting go, I am healed, I am made whole. And so our final song today is not the song that's in your song sheet. That was my mistake. I don't know what I was looking at this morning when I made up the song sheets, but it's not I Can See Clearly Now. We're singing Lean on Me today.
Feel free to snap.
Feel free to stand and sing along.
Or dance or sing.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride if I have things you need to borrow, for no one can fill those of your needs that you won't let show. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load that you have bear, I'll
share your load. If you just call me, you just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call me when you need a friend. Call me, oh, baby, now. Call me. Call me.
Have a wonderful week, everyone.